What's up, guys? Back here again with another quick video. Just want to take a look at this little half-gallon top fin calm glass tank. It's made for a betta fish. I found it in PetSmart for I think retail is about 25 bucks. There was a sale, and I found a sale tag on one of them for about 10 bucks, and the cashier honored it. So I said, hey, that's a win for me. Give me a chance to check it out, because I've been looking at it not for anything really specific, but just kind of wanted to see what a small glass tank like this actually has to offer. So I want to do a quick unboxing of it, and talk about maybe some of the benefits, some of the negative things about a tank this size, and if it's something that you guys see benefit in and you want to pick it up, feel free. Here's a look at the back. So you get the glass tank. This is what everything looks like together. So essentially, there's the tank. You get an LED light, a plastic lid, and there's no filter. So that's one of the concerns I have about it. But let's go ahead and open this thing up. No, my hands aren't this big. At the same time, my hands aren't small, but this is the size of the box. So just kind of to give you some scale of what everything looks like. So first, you have your lid, which it says glass on the box, but this is clearly plastic. This is probably the power controls for the lights, which, yes, if you guys have had any other top fin tanks, this should look familiar. This will plug into the LED light there, on off switch. I don't believe this light will have a blue or nighttime light function, so we'll set that aside. This should be the LED light itself, and there we go. You guys can see there, it looks like there's just one LED light. And for the tank itself, pull this out. And here's a look at the tank. I previously kind of put water in here myself. That's why you see some water drops, but we're going to fill it up here in a second just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like. Half-gallon, all-glass tank. Better than plastic, yes. However, this size is the kind of the thing that's kind of got me concerned. If we go back and look at the box here, it's got a picture of a betta fish. And, I know we see bettas in our store, and they're in a little, I call it the little soup cup. Even though they come that way, that's not necessarily how I would want to treat them. I would say at minimum you want probably a 5-gallon tank. Some people say 10 gallons. But more importantly, I think than that, you want to have a tank big enough that you can put a heater in, because these are technically tropical fish. I believe they come from different parts of Asia, so the water is a little warmer there. So you want to have a filter. I'm sorry, you want to have a heater. At the same time, you do want to have a filter. Fish, you feed them, they produce waste. All sorts of dirt and debris can get in the tank, so you want to be able to filter and keep the water clean. This tank does not look big enough to hold either a filter or a heater, so keep that in mind. At best, I would maybe try and do a mini little scape, put some rocks in here, a couple little low-tech plants. Your plant, your light fits on the back here like so. So maybe this is bright enough to, sustain, the growth of maybe some Java fern or Anubias, something like that. But I wouldn't try to do too much with a tank this size. This, to me, is more like a centerpiece on a dining room table or an office or something like that. I wouldn't even put a fish in here. I'd keep some water, some rocks, some plants, keep the light on, and go from there. Like I said, you can't even fit a heater or a filter in a tank this size. But nonetheless, it was 10 bucks. So we're going to fill it up with some water, take a look at it, see how bright the lights are. You know, if you guys have any ideas about it, let me know. If you guys know anything about this tank that I don't already know or haven't discussed, you know, please leave them in the comments. But let's go put some water in this thing, fill it up, turn the lights on, and see what it looks like. Hang on one second. Alright guys, so we got some water into the tank. It didn't take long at all to fill this thing up. It's only ½ gallon. There's the water. So top fin tanks, you guys are pretty familiar with how this works. Power cord gets plugged into the light. Let's take a look at what it looks like with the lights on. All in all, not too bad. Pretty bright. I do think you should be able to sustain some simple plants. Again, there's not a lot of room here. You can see with my hands on it, not a ton of room. Maybe a few rocks. You know, you could do a decent scape with this. You know, I'm going to try it. A couple of Nubius, Java Fern, maybe some Java Moss, something like that. Simple plants, but a decent amount of, you know, a decent substrate in here. Let me turn off this other light. There we go. So you guys can see how bright that is. There is no nighttime light. Just the one LED light. You guys can see that right there. Hopefully you can see that. But you know, for 10 bucks, you know, I really couldn't pass it up. You know, this might be a Christmas present for somebody. Again, I would not put a fish in here. Quite simply, you don't have enough room for a filter or a heater. You know, this is more one of those kind of, I don't want to call it a novelty item, but you know, something maybe, like I said, as a centerpiece to put on your dining room table, something on your nightstand. Like I said, throw some rocks in there, a little bit of substrate, try and grow you know, some simple plants and go from there. But all in all, just wanted to take the time to show you the top fin, you know, calm glass tank. I got it for about 10 bucks. Let me slide this back. Want to be able to show you the box here. I got it for about 10 bucks. There's the box right there. Top fin calm. So if anybody has this tank and have done, you know, some cool things with it, please let me know in the comments below. Other than that, you know, as always guys, I will talk to you guys down the road. Have a good one.